Hey, welcome back to the Left Hanging Podcast, our weekly podcast. Don't fact check that. Don't
do
yeah,
that.
Don't dog the boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't dog the boys.
Today,
Today,
is that a new voice?
Oh my God!
new
I'm
challenger approaches.
I'm new here.
Whoa.
I'm new. Hi there,
Name,
Bryson.
ooh,
Present.
ooh. It's your boy here,
Mhm.
Trystan. I'm here with
Gingy,
Slash
Brandon.
and
Yes,
that'll be
Correct.
Seth.
that would be Seth. Yes.
I just think a great topic to start us off. Seth went deaf last week.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
It was 1 week.
Yeah, I just get a random text in the middle of the night. Hey, I'm not coming to school. I can't hear anything.
I still came though.
Yeah, can you tell us about that? Like how?
I don't know why. Like in the middle of the night, my ears just popped and I could barely hear. And I was like, "Hey, I shouldn't come to school tomorrow." My parents were like, "Hey, you shouldn't go to school tomorrow." But I was like,
You went anyways. You couldn't dog the boys.
I could barely hear throughout the whole day. I had to leave at lunch.
It's like
Seth, how's
It's
it
like your
going?
side.
it's like my
Not
doctor
bad.
told me not to do something, so as usual, I did it anyway.
Of course, Seth grabbing stuff from his locker. Random. Hey, Seth, how are you?
Yes.
Yes. Seth responds with yes. That's how you know he's doing good.
God.
So what was it like being deaf?
It wasn't very good.
Yeah, we're making fun of him all day. Just be like, hey, Seth. Hey, Seth.
We were figuring out the range.
I didn't like it.
We figured it was
Man.
9 at the start.
Can
You
we
know,
get-
steps away.
as soon as you find out that your friend has a disability, nothing's more appropriate than making fun of it.
Well, yes, see? He gets
The
it.
next day wasn't only like 4 steps.
Yeah, the
It
next day
just
was on
started
4
getting
steps.
worse. It just went down.
Yeah.
And then
It's good now.
like halfway through the day, he's like, "Oh hey guys, I can hear now."
The next day,
Everything's good.
Seth walks in perfectly fine. Legit, like nothing happened. It's like he wasn't deaf before.
Unless it's imposter.
It popped.
It's
in the
all in the
beginning of the night
past,
again,
guys. We
and it
just
was
have
like,
to move on.
all right, and then it started getting better and better each day.
Oh, you want to talk about the past? Remember the time you gave me a concussion during gym?
Oh, that was fun. Ooh, do I get to tell this story?
Yeah,
Is this
go
my
for
story
it.
to tell? Great. So, we're doing stretches in gym, and, as per usual, just to prove that we are way better than everyone else, we decided to jump between stretches to get a deeper stretch. So, Tristan, being the absolute, and with very hard air quotes, genius
Yes.
that he decides that we should do a 360 for our stretches. So I told him immediately as soon as he said this is a dumb idea.
Great
His
idea.
response is,
It's a great idea. But I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
as it is. So just because I did it, and sure enough, I clocked him with the very end of my elbow,
Oh yeah.
and I gave him a concussion.
Yeah, just
It was
square in the
great.
floor. I fell to the ground. I remember getting hit, and then I was just on the ground on my knees, and I'm like, huh, I'm in a lot of pain right now.
This is what.
So we started
dying-
like-
Everyone else in class heard the crack sound that it made.
I didn't hear it.
Maybe
Well-
Seth was just deaf again.
Yeah. Anyways, so we're just chilling. Anyways, and we're doing badminton, as you do. And I'm just like, hey, I can't see the birdie, and I'm very dizzy. I'm gonna go sit down.
Yeah, I noticed. You were just like sitting at the side of the gym, just sitting there.
Yeah.
Also, I love how there were no repercussions for that. People
Well, it was a
people like shove someone, they get a 3-day in school suspension. I give someone a concussion, I don't
like,
even
nah,
get
it's
sent to
fine.
the office.
Fun
as
times,
you
man.
do.
Fun times.
great.
Speaking of gym, wait, what are
We're gonna
the-
go with that.
We go to the gym.
But what?
I would just like to
Do we
let
have
Seth.
to use different names for some people that may have failed drama?
But wait, before we get into that whole issue, I would just
Aw,
like to
come
talk
on.
about
Aw,
just really quickly
Okay.
Seth's obsession with these cord blockers.
no.
Great.
so you went to Esso today.
This
And they had a box of those little animal-shaped, like, rubber wraps that you put on the end of, like, charger cords
I'm
so
gonna
you
find a
don't
name.
bend them. And every 5 minutes, he just starts laughing and pointing to this tiny little dog that he has wrapped around the end of his charger cord.
I like them.
Would you like to tell the audience about your lovely, lovely dog?
I don't want to.
What's his name?
I don't want it anymore.
What's his name?
Bob.
Bob.
Bob. His name's Bob.
Okay.
Ooh, I found. Look, the dog is even like in the example page.
Oh my gosh.
What
Thank
is
you,
Wait, is
Trystan.
that directions
Thank you,
of how to
Trystan,
put it
for
on?
taking a break from the podcast to
it called?
Google
Sin cable.
Sin
Oh.
Cable.
Sin cable.
Sin Cable.
There's directions of how to put it on.
Wow.
It's
Amazing.
just
Kids
two
can figure it
steps.
out.
Amazing. Anyways, Brandon, you'd care to continue with the
Do
the
we have
people who
to
failed
use
drama?
different names?
I
think
believe we agreed on C and R.
Or
CNR.
Top Dog and Beetlejuice.
Top Dog
Top
and
Dog and
Beetlejuice it
Beetlejuice.
is.
Yeah.
That's a very long story for another episode, or at least after. this.
Yes.
Okay, so
Explain.
explain.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm the spotlight's me.
Yeah. Spotlight.
Shut up.
Moonlight.
I don't want to explain. Tristan, you got. Okay, he's down.
I'll do it. Yeah, sure. So we're in drama, and we have our one teacher, Vehicle.
Okay.
Just casually.
The people listening, the people who know us will get it though.
He has an interesting last
Yeah,
name.
Mr.
Just go with
Vehicle.
it.
We'll go with that. So these two people, Top Dog and Beetlejuice, we're doing puppet shows, and it's their turn to go up. And of course, because just by the names you can tell, they're god awful people. They don't do
Oh,
anything.
they are brain dead.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, sometimes when they make like podcasts and years later they like animate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are they gonna make Mr. Vehicle? Will it just be like a car?
It'll be like a vehicle with a mustache.
Find out. I feel like we should have a segment dedicated to things Seth thinks about.
Lightning
Yeah,
McBean.
I'm not sure.
That could be
that's
Mr. Vehicle.
good.
Okay. Let's moving on.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Continue the story.
So we're doing puppet shows, and Bryson, would you love to explain how their puppet show went?
Oh, I would
The
much
dog.
care because to see at this
Dog.
point, every single other group has performed. They've had some kind of story with a short, like 2 to 5 minute script.
Big head.
Some people.
They come and they sit
Fat
down in like this
forehead.
little like PVC pipe
Fancy.
puppet
Shut up.
theater, and they pull on the puppets, poke their head and their arm under the curtain, and they just start talking, like to each other, and to the audience. Not even like interacting with them, just insulting the audience because they're in drama class.
Can you say some of the absolute zingers that they had?
Oh, Brandon, would you care to share?
I don't know all of them, but I'll do my best. He's top dog. Remember that.
Oh yeah.
Top dog.
He's
Oh,
top dog.
oh, he's always top dog.
Yeah.
Top dog
Okay.
is always top dog.
Yeah. Of course.
Anyone who else or anyone who isn't Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
Beetlejuice.
Big Ed. Big
Oh,
Ed.
you remember everyone has a big head.
Yeah.
Everyone
Oh,
but
yeah.
them.
Everyone.
Okay.
I like
Oh,
how
and you
merge
know,
those two words
anyone
together.
insults them at all. Oh no, that's you.
Nah,
That's
No.
you.
Nah, that's you, man.
That's you.
Nah, that's a big ol' nitrogen, oxygen, uranium.
Oh, you've got. Okay, guys, can I say you've got huge bullies? Because you know they don't like
Bullies.
saying lice,
Yeah.
so they've upgraded to bullies.
Or Buffalo.
That too.
Wait, I thought of a great idea. Nitrogen, oxygen, uranium. That's science. Seth in science. He's
Okay.
just.
Well
Dear
done.
God.
This-
What?
Alright, go ahead, Seth.
Yeah.
What?
Seth, would you love to say some of the amazing topics you'll bring up? So we're doing
I don't.
biology and science right now, or like
Anything
will we
that
were,
comes to your mind, just
Yeah.
and
it'll turn out
All
great.
about reproduction.
and Seth will put up his hand and say, "What's one of your favorite?" What would you say, Seth?
What's your favorite one?
Were pretzels ever straight? Or did one day did they just twist them when they were bored? Or were they always twisted?
that's the lightest of all of his things.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what he had one about.
It's something about a turtle.
Yeah, something about turtles. Oh, did you explain in the Clyde jokes in the last
Nope.
episode?
No.
No,
Oh,
we'll bring up Clyde in a bit.
Story time.
Oh, we're going. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a podcast. It's
So
all
in
about
in our science room, there's a calendar on like the backboard, and
a,
one of them
huge,
says,
a huge chalkboard calendar.
yeah, and one of them said, National Turtle Day.
Yeah, International Turtle Day. That the teacher that has that room as their homeroom loves to put all the fancy international holidays on it.
Which is nice. Yeah, I like it.
So one day they put up Turtle Day, and you know, as you do, I started making turtle soup jokes,
Yeah. Of
and
course.
then one thing I remember, Chris from the last episode. Ooh.
Remember the coup episode?
Ooh,
He
in
wasn't-
That never
between,
went up.
in
That never went
between
out.
reference. Ooh. Reference to old episodes and episodes that haven't
Hey,
even gone up.
yeah. So in the last episode, it was just me, Brandon, and Seth. The one we had one that we filmed Chris on.
Yeah.
Did not go up because Chris and Brandon played coup for 20
Wait,
minutes, and
hey,
then me and
Tristan-
Seth were talking.
Tristan.
Anyways,
Oh.
okay, let's get back to the story. What was the story?
It was a great game.
We were about to talk about Clyde.
Oh yeah, so Chris from the last episode, or well,
Never-
who was supposed to be in the last
Never went
episode,
up.
the unaired episode. 50,000 likes and we'll air the unaired episode.
Do you still have the episode?
Anyways,
Send us
so Chris.
your life savings.
Okay. Anyways, back on track. Chris, who was supposed to be in the last episode, has a turtle named Clyde. So as you do, me and Tristan, being just the extremely funny guys that we are,
Haha.
decided to be like, oh, on this day, on this year, which was International Turtle Day, we are going to make turtle soup out of his tiny turtle named Clyde.
And now that's been a running joke that Chris's turtle Clyde has about how many days left?
His days are numbered. Well, I mean, International
that
Turtle
fast
Day
of a
was
running
like
joke.
2.5 months ago.
May 25th, I believe.
It's not that fast of a running joke. It's a turtle.
Oh,
Brandon with his god awful puns.
subscribe,
you can cut this
subscribe
out.
if you think Brandon's jokes are stupid.
You know, man. Wait.
Okay, yeah.
Since we're on the thing of
Subs, boo.
the god awful jokes and Seth,
And
when your
Seth.
sister steps on your meiosis. if for the people who don't get it, it's
Get it?
I don't even remember the original, man.
Sorry, that's also a running joke. So, in science, before we were learning about reproduction, we were learning about cells and cell structure. Seth, calm down. That wasn't even that funny.
It kills him every time, man.
Every single time. Anyways, we were learning about cells and all the processes they go through. And for all of those kids who don't know or care, there's a cell process called mitosis. So our science teacher, which we'll call Mrs. P, gave us this sheet as a joke. It was a meme. It just said, when your sister steps on your toe, and it was like a diagram of mitosis, because the joke was, Tristan, if you care to say it.
When your sister steps on your toe, mitosis. And then later on, we got the meiosis worksheet. And, there's no joke on it. I just lean over to Seth and say, when your sister steps on your meiosis.
And Seth being, oh my God, Seth, he's laughing
He's
right
dead.
now. If you can't
His
hear him,
face
he's
is
still laughing.
Right, red.
Oh my God. And of course, because why not? It absolutely killed Seth. Oh my God, he's still-
What doesn't kill Seth?
I don't know. Bullets.
Which still shocks me.
God, man, we had a good streak going, and now we're just hit rock bottom again.
Wait,
Ooh.
we got off the rock bottom?
Excavators and went further down.
Oh my
Hey,
God, man.
for the next episode, we should have a better mic because I'm getting a good mic besides this bullshit Guitar Hero mic that came with.
Did you explain that in the last episode?
I did.
Great, yeah, we were recording on a Guitar Hero mic, and if you can't already tell, there does not exist a higher quality microphone.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's a Guitar Hero mic that has the wires wrapped up into a cup on a dirty plate.
It's great, and we're all sitting around one giant inflatable mattress.
No, this is just my mattress from my room.
Inflatable.
Okay, then. Anyways,
Tristan,
What?
do you still have the episode?
What episode?
The unaired one?
Yes.
If we can get
don't
10
put
likes,
that.
we'll release it.
Yeah. No, 10 likes.
you
No.
gotta be more ambitious,
If
man.
we get
50,000
We're not gonna get more
thousand likes,
likes.
we'll release it.
Yes.
Sure.
For those of you who kind of want it, you don't want it. It's 20 minutes of Chris and Brandon playing coup, yelling at each other, while me and Seth struggle for topics.
Yeah.
Great.
I did
Okay,
add some
speaking of
really
topics,
reaching.
Yeah,
speaking
to
of
go
topic,
downhill
Hot
topic
topic.
switch.
in this segment.
Here's the motherfucking
Motherfucking T. Sorry, that's another running joke.
yeah. It's
Anyways,
a joke.
okay, top music. Music.
Oh,
music is
music?
your topic.
Oh, music! I got the best song in the
no,
world.
you're not playing music on the podcast.
I
Tristan.
can't. Actually, I can't because we'll get copyrighted.
Good.
Well,
By
we
now,
don't
Welcome
Neptune
to the
Records.
YouTube
have
Live.
ads.
Welcome to the YouTube Live.
Don't have ads, so it doesn't matter.
Is this thing on?
We don't have
No.
ads, so it
Stop,
doesn't
stop.
matter.
Okay, wait, we don't have ads. We can play whatever we want.
Exactly.
No,
Can I play
no.
Just wait. Let
No,
me.
we're not.
Or
No.
else.
Hey, can I do
I'm
something
sorry.
really
I'm
quick?
sorry, everyone.
I'm gonna
suffering
cut the
through this right now.
podcast right here if you guys
Oh.
go.
Okay, no, okay,
No,
guys,
don't,
stop it.
no.
No, stop it. Okay, we're gonna, guys. Okay,
My favorite song at the moment is a song called "Too Long." It's by two guys who go to our school. It's a wonderful song. It just became a meme. So I got a shirt.
He spent how much?
$45.
$45
Money
on a
well wasted.
T-shirt which was for a band that's made one song that he's memed the hell out of just for fun.
Yeah, it's a shirt with the cover on it. Too Long, featuring Kai and Jericho. Kai and Jericho both signed it. And then on the sides,
Trystan, was that their real names you just used?
they're on the shirt, in the label, and like the cover and everything.
Yeah, I guess. Well, okay. Well, the song is called "Too Long." I think you said that already.
Yeah, Too Long, featuring
It
Kai.
is actually not that bad.
Birds.
Birds. I mean, you'd only get that joke if you've actually listened
Yeah,
to the
or
song.
you're going to listen to it. I wouldn't mind.
You better listen.
I wouldn't mind if you pause the podcast at the moment and went and listen to it. No, Brandon, no.
Hey, Trystan, if you would
Hey,
care.
no, no.
Hey, Trystan, if you would care to stop shoving the mic down your throat when you're talking into it, that'd be great.
I don't know what you mean, man.
Oh my god, he
That
actually
peak is
just
like
put the
Mount
mic in his
Everest.
mouth if you couldn't hear it.
Look
That
at
Oh,
peak
that-
is
look at that
Mount
peak.
Everest.
Man, look at that, man. We have Audacity pulled up while we record
Yeah.
these, and we just have a lovely peak going on right now.
Heck yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, random topic generator. Do you want to go with this thing?
Yes.
Wait, I think I have topics.
So
Um,
about chunks.
Well, no,
Oh,
no, we're not
oh, so-
talking
wait,
about
wait,
opposite. We're talking about.
I have a great subject since we're doing a podcast. What podcast do you guys listen to, or if you guys listen?
Oh,
to
oh my god, oh my
okay.
god, oh my god. Okay, I guarantee
I
you.
feel like our guest wants to go first.
I guarantee you that no one who will ever listen to this actually watches this. But okay, there's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast called Critical Role, which Matt Mercer DMs, which is Matt Mercer Dungeon Masters, which is for any of you people who actually like have a life and don't know who that is. He's the guy who voices McCree in.
Wait, that's him. I know that guy.
As I say this, Seth is subscribing to the Critical Role channel. The guy who voices McCree in Overwatch, that guy, he DMs it, along with a bunch of other beautiful voice actors like Ashley Johnson, Taliesin Jaffe, and a couple others. Travis Willingham, and I'm missing one. I'm just having trouble remember her name. But yeah,
we're letting the
it's
guest go on his-
super great.
We're just gonna let
It's
the
good
guest
for
talk.
anyone looking into how to play D&D. It's great. It's absolutely epic. And there's like half a year of podcasts online. So you don't
They're
know
like
this
3
one.
hours long.
Every episode is a minimum of 3 to 6 hours long. There's 141 episodes in the first of 2 campaigns. It's great.
I listen to 4 podcasts. Smoshcast by Smosh, Tiny Meat Gang by Cody Ko and Noel Miller, Off the Pill by Ryan Higa, and Misfits by
Misfits are
Misfits.
Misfits is a great podcast. Misfits, a podcast by Zuckles, Fitz,
Yes.
Toby on the Telly.
Yes.
Sounds like you're about to
If
hit.
you can't tell, Brandon is
Now.
Sounds like you're about to climax.
intimately familiar with it.
Yeah, Toby on the Telly, Swagger Souls, Jay, and Matt.
I thought you were gonna forget Matt.
I'm
Right.
Torius.
For any of you who are wondering right now, the reason Seth isn't talking is because he's very tired now and he's trying to sleep.
He's getting braces, so his mom will let him have sugar.
Oh, I know.
Hey, I know the pain he's about to go through, and I pity him because I had braces once. I had braces once.
Every time I go to the dentist, they compliment me on how perfectly straight my teeth are, and it's funny because my teeth are straighter than me.
It's funny. Oh my God, he made an LGBTQ joke.
How we're all hilarious.
Absolute mad lad.
If you guys are still here, I'm
Right.
shocked.
Yes. Well, thank you for staying on. You're a true fan.
Brandon, you good?
I
Brandon?
didn't get to talk about my podcast.
Okay, then
Oh,
let's
yeah.
talk about your podcast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Solitary Confinement by Raccoon Eggs.
So, anyways, next topic.
Brandon,
Okay,
do your
finish
thing.
it.
Do your thing.
By Raccoon Eggs. Call me Carson and the narrator.
Oh, actually, I forgot about one of my podcasts. I'm so sorry. It's called In the Basement.
Like now.
It's called In the Basement Podcast with Grant, Kai, Riley, and Cole.
It's great.
Oh, it's a great podcast. Go check them out on YouTube. I really recommend that you should after this podcast, of course.
Yes.
Yes, you want to listen to this first.
Watch time, please.
Oh yeah.
And when we hit 1,000 subscribers and we can actually start monetizing these videos, we might actually put a bit more effort into it. Maybe
We need
I
that
don't know.
color.
I
honestly,
edit this
for a
sometimes.
group of 4 guys, well, currently for a group of 4 guys
Yeah.
who are group 9th grade guys.
10th grade now.
10th,
Since
yeah,
it's- since
the
it's-
very last day of school today.
But that I didn't even go to.
Of course. That now this is semi decent. I'm
Oh, yeah.
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So
I know it's gonna be super awful just because I said that.
yeah,
No,
it's
gonna-
Oh, yeah,
we
but
just
my-
finished grade 9. Lol. We're in grade 10 now. Yeah, go
grade
on,
9's
Seth.
pretty
Alright,
good.
my
Great.
podcast. Let me think.
Oh, Seth has podcasts.
Ooh, Seth has a podcast.
Allison podcast.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I almost died the other week.
Which
What?
time?
What? When?
That
Um,
escalated quickly.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm just chilling in bed,
Oh, yes.
I buy a bunch of cases of Red Bull.
Okay, so before we tell the story, I would just like for a bit of context. Tristan has like a minimum of every time he drinks energy drinks, he has a minimum of 4 before he stops drinking them.
Yeah, and I stock up for the week. I have I bought 16 cases of Red Bull. That was 2 weeks ago. They're all gone. And anyways, I'm just chilling in bed. I'm just watching some YouTube. And I'm cracking some open. I'm drinking them, and then without realizing, I've drinking 16 Red Bulls, and that was fun. And then I'm like, oh well, cool. I just got back home from work, so I'm just I'm gonna go. What? You laughing at, kid?
Okay, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt Tristan's story, but I have a random topic generator pulled up, and the top 8 are vanilla, wrestling, paperboys, carousels, pharmacy, politics, gorillas, and gypsies.
Wow.
All bad.
Anyways,
Sorry.
yeah. So I go grab some sushi, and I take a bite of the sushi. I'm like, huh. Hey, the sushi's on the floor. It was in my left hand. Huh. I can't breathe. I'm just gonna fall to the floor trying to breathe. But then I just kind of started breathing again, so it was fine. So
How many energy drinks did
Didn't
you
your
have
left
that
arm
day?
also start hurting?
yeah, my left arm just went completely numb. That's why I dropped the plate.
Yeah, that's cool.
Man,
Hold
isn't it so great how he has all the symptoms of having a heart attack at age 14?
Lol.
Great.
Oh, 'tis the best.
If you ever overdose on energy drinks, can I have your soul?
Oh, have
Wait.
we put that into
Wait.
context in the last episode?
Yeah, you're a ginger.
Yeah,
Brandon,
wait,
the
Brand-
ginger.
Brand-
Wait,
yeah,
it would have been a
Brandon
hair
live-
reveal at
Brandon lives
100
by
subs.
his
They know your hairstyle, though.
He lives by his mascot of Gingy because he is a ginger. He is pasty white. He has freckles, and his hair is orange.
That is true. I feel
So
bullied.
as just because we can, we relentlessly make fun of his hair.
We bully the
Relentless.
fucking hell out of him.
And it's
Those
fine.
aren't PC words,
The
Tristan.
freaking heck out of him.
There we go.
Silence.
Ooh, oh my God! This thing turned out a decent topic.
What?
What is it?
Topic change: Disney movies.
Disney movies.
How about
absolutely
the
hate
live action-
Disney movies?
Oh,
How about that live action Aladdin remake that
Oh,
never should have
okay.
ever happened ever?
So me and Brandon went to it.
Heck
I
yeah.
went in with very low expectations. I just kind of wanted to see how bad it was. I was shocked by how good it was.
I'll tell you right now,
Stomach
though, the
will
genie will never ever be as good as Robin Williams.
Dear God, no. But I
Especially
think
not Will Smith. They could not have hired a memeier genie.
Hold up, I think Will Smith is a great actor. Besides the memes,
I let's agree to disagree.
hold the Mick Frick up.
Seth, what are you doing? Oh, my
Seth is on his
continue.
phone right now, and we're
Wow,
judging.
not
harshly.
even contributing to the cast.
I'm making a really good meme.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be watts are measured in. I was gonna put a bunch of jewels around.
Oh my god!
I don't understand.
Did you get that joke, everybody?
They sure
Watts,
did.
the measurement of power, are measured in joules. Aha!
I don't want to do it anymore. Everybody already knows.
It's a joke.
Well, ASMR. Alright.
That was
Okay,
awfully
no,
close.
cut the ASMR. We're
Okay.
we could not have done ASMR with a worse microphone.
Last episode, I was talking to one of my
Trystan,
friends.
read number 8 for me.
Wait, number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 is birds too long. Anyways,
Sorry,
I
it's
was-
hard to resist too long jokes.
like months ago. I meant last week when we did our last podcast. I was talking to one of my friends. Let's call her Fish. Yeah. Yeah.
Why fish?
Fish.
I'll let you figure that one out. Anyways, she said her favorite part of the podcast was the ASMR skip the dishes.
I
Everyone
remember
else
this
is
person.
very vigorously. Brandon, snap it to me. I can't figure it out.
Wait, snap what?
Wait,
The
I'll
name.
pull it up
Oh,
really quick. You guys
I
are
don't know her
stupid.
name though.
You guys are
Sorry,
stupid.
His or her name.
I hate to break it to you. Oh, I get it. now.
Oh.
It's funny because she's named after a Disney fish.
Well, yeah, Flounder.
Yeah, that's definitely her first name.
Yeah. If you don't want to be on here, I'm sorry. That's too late. Anyways.
Oh, she watches these things. Oh my god, we can actually say she watches these things. Yes?
I'm
Disney
sorry, I'm
fish.
dying.
We need to thank her viewers though.
Thank you for watching. If you're actually
You know
watching.
who you are,
You're only-
short blonde woman.
Your only use to us is money.
Actually,
We
I
don't make
I
money from
disagree.
this.
Yes.
So what? We will.
Okay. I'm very sorry, person who should know who they are by now. We do not condone Brandon's words. He's a ginger.
Also,
So-
I have one question.
Gingers don't.
How are
have
you listening to this from the kitchen?
Okay.
Okay, that's a bit too far. That's too far. Sorry,
Sorry,
if you haven't
This
already told,
conversation
Tristan
has
loves
gone
being
too
feminist.
No, I love making very sexist jokes. I just think that the funniest thing. I don't.
Yeah, because he's a man and he
My
doesn't know the
mom
pain of
listens
women.
to.
What?
Is she actually?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't actually mean them, but like I just think they're funny. What the fuck are you doing over there?
No.
Brandon is currently playing with Tristan's row of bobbleheads.
Also, I have a few.
Also,
I have a few
Yeah.
theories.
Well, it's-
I have a few lovable theories. One of them, I'm adopted. My theory for that is my dad's 5'5" and black. I'm 6 foot and white.
his mom is like decently tall and she's white.
But like 5'5" and black, 6 foot and white.
But you also have to think, speaking of reproduction in science class,
No.
what's the dominant trait? Brandon, needless to say,
Let me
Brandon's
get,
not
let me
fact.
get my
Oh,
pen and paper.
I
My-
hate to flex my giant brain, but I found out today that I was one of the only 2 people who got 100% on the science final we wrote yesterday.
Really? Some people got 100%?
One other person.
Oh, was it Patricia? Was it Sarah? Oh. No,
Thank you
dude,
for throwing out their real names, Tristan.
I just named 2 random people. That could be any. Those are probably the 2 most
Those-
common girl names ever.
I highly doubt Patricia is that common.
Patricia's very well. It's a common name. but-
I'm definitely not rapidly googling how popular the most popular female.
so I was
names
thinking
of
when you were talking about how
2019.
your dad is 5'5".
Yeah.
And I was thinking about recessive and dominant traits. I don't want to say this out loud, but
The first time something.
Wait,
Can I-
what's it say?
Whew.
What's it say? Is it the same joke I
Oof.
made with my eyes and hair?
I don't know. It's a dark one that I don't want to say because that's pretty bad.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a racist joke because his dad's black.
It's funny. Also, another theory: the Earth is flat.
Oh wow.
What?
This is fun.
What?
Ignoring that topic that would end a 24-hour-long podcast. The most popular girls' names of 2019 are Olivia, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's spelled Atticus.
Can I see it?
Atushia.
How the hell do
Atticus?
you... Atushia. I like what
Atushia.
it says.
Capital
Atticus.
Atticus.
Can I see?
Awkward silence.
Atticus.
Addis.
Atticus.
I thought it was Agnes at first, but it's not spelled right.
Attic.
Atticus.
They're
attic.
in the attic.
They're in the attic. We're not making Holocaust jokes.
Hey, let's go on the Holocaust.
You're
That's a
making
cool idea.
Holocaust jokes.
Why the Holocaust, man?
I don't know.
Man,
Hey,
Tristan,
cool
I'm
idea.
about... Oh,
since we're making some jokes.
topic switch.
No, since we're on the
No.
Holocaust and we're making some bad jokes, how do you get a Jewish girl's number?
Topic switch.
You roll up her sleeve. Anyways, go on.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Man,
I'm
that
so
was bad.
sorry. I would like to apologize on behalf of anyone ever for having to live with the sound of Tristan's voice and the things that he says.
Man,
anyways.
wait, let me say my pun.
Topic switch.
Let me say
No,
my pun.
that'll beat you.
Okay, I apologize ahead of time.
Let
Okay,
me
go
say
ahead.
My pun.
Say it.
Man, that was bad, Tristan.
Anyways, topic
No,
switch.
I did not
Musicals.
see that.
Musicals.
Wait, is this with a jump switch or is it just a normal topic switch?
Non-concussion jump switch.
Okay.
I did not see that coming.
I've made that joke before.
Yeah, neither did they when they were coming into the attic.
Oh my, K, for real, we need to stop this right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, topic switch. Musicals.
They were just
Me and
musicals.
Bryson were recently in a musical, Jesus Christ Superstar.
And it was absolutely amazing. Tristan played a few different roles. If you'd like to list
I
them.
played bystander 1, because I was the first person to come on stage, and then later on, priest number 4, no lines.
So there's 6 priests on stage at a time. Every single one, even the 9th graders who are given chorus roles, have a line, except Tristan.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played, I basically played the same character just from like 2 different like emotional standpoints. I played a disciple of Jesus, one of the 12 disciples, one of the 12 holy man, and I also played one of the disciples that betrays Jesus, all in the same costume.
Oh yeah. Well, I also played a guard. I got a gun for a high school play musical.
A fake gun.
I thought you were going to say I got a school. Or wait, I said that wrong.
I get a school for a gun.
I got a gun for the high school.
Well
You're going
done.
to end it there.
Anyways, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
end it
that was
there.
my 7th show, Bryson.
That was my very first show acting. I did, however, do the tech and backstage work for the musical that we also put on earlier in the year, which was Lend Me a Tenor. Props to literally anyone who knows what the hell Lend Me a Tenor is.
Yeah. I was the bellhop. I made some great jokes and had a very high pitched scream at the end,
Oh, it was quite
which
glorious.
I think was one of the biggest laughs everyone had.
Oh, it really was. But I dropped some forks when a character was meant to be rummaging around a fork so he could kill himself with it.
The suicide fork.
The suicide fork. Oh, that was a running joke. So the assistant stage manager is laying out props, and she was gonna just label the fork that was set aside for one of the characters to try and commit suicide with. And I said, no, you just label it suicide fork,
Yeah.
and that became a super funny running joke that I didn't even know was funny.
No, I'm just gonna say something with no context. No one's gonna explain it. DFTBA, B DFTBA.
But I want to explain it.
I don't
Nah,
understand.
Okay then.
I'm,
It's an acronym. One more time. It's DFTBA.
B.
B DFTBA. Chip
We'll
break.
explain to you guys
Okay,
afterwards.
chip break.
No, look at that peak.
What that sudden jolt in sound was Brandon hitting the mic with a Nerf bat.
subscribe.
No.
Wait, what?
Too kinky.
Alright.
Tristan, for the love of God.
I mean, so anyways, obviously when you guys random topic. I bit my tongue. Ow. Ow.
I don't like musicals mostly, but I really like the one you guys did.
You said they were your favorite thing. What do you mean?
No, he said it was better than Let Me Tenor,
Yeah.
like the play. He thought the musical was better than the play, and
Yeah.
he took us to like
Let Me
musicals.
Tenor as a show isn't that great. Like, it's kind of funny, but only if you appreciate, like, really cheesy
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's why I like it.
yeah, that's because your jokes are fucking terrible.
They're not awful most of the time.
Eh.
If you like,
I'd beg
lower
to
them.
differ.
I also do.
I don't hear any begging, but sure.
Hold on, I'm pulling up my random topic
That wasn't meant
generator.
to be a joke.
Can I just make
if
a
you guys want to
random
look at the
topic?
time, because I know you guys were asking me, it's down here.
Can I make a random topic real quick?
Sure.
Diss tracks are really getting popular. Do you think we'll ever need to make a diss track into the podcast
boy.
channel?
I mean, personally, I think
it
diss
depends.
tracks are really
Or wait.
stupid.
Wait, would you guys be like?
I would be
in-
interested.
One against the what's the basement one?
In the
In the
basement.
basement?
Yes. That
You know, if they ever took a shot at us, but I think they're done posting because they're now 3 of them are moving to a U of S, and one of them is moving to U of R.
Okay, I've got 14 random topics. We're gonna pick our favorite.
So about floods.
Printing, movie theaters, leather.
Wait. I'm gonna go off floods really quick. Floods, natural disasters, tree falling.
Hey, can I talk about like floods real quick?
Wait.
Are we gonna give context to this joke?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now I'm gonna regret having given my name at the bit. If that very loud sound was Trystan passing me the can of whipped cream, so I
It's
can have
warm
some.
and not even whipped anymore.
Oh, is it?
Nice.
Sorry, whipped cream break. Anyways, so Hurricane Florence. Jesus Christ, Trystan, stop it. Trystan, stop. Or at least do it next to the camera.
It's out now.
Anyways, pardon Tristan's obsession with whipped cream. So, Hurricane Florence. Remember when that was a thing? That was a thing.
Yeah.
And when it happened, so
More
we were
like
sitting.
Hurricane Katrina.
So we were sitting in. Okay, for the love of God, shut up. So we're
Mine
sitting in
too.
social class, and we're watching this video on Hurricane Florence, and we were talking about how, or the guy in the news was talking about like the most recent death toll, and put your hands down. Brandon is
what are
doing
you trying
very
to do?
very
I don't know.
strange hand
HIV
signals.
positive.
Okay, don't tell them my
Me?
gamer.
I
My tag that I
N-
use to play with
O
Smash is HIV.
VINE
positive.
2 Vine 2. Oh yeah, we'll come to that
Okay,
later.
okay. Anyways, so this very British guy on CNN, I think,
Yeah.
is talking about the most recent death toll, and he's talking about the most the death toll has now got up to a whopping 36 people, which is like depressing and sad.
Yeah.
And I know this going into what's about to happen. And he's like, and the most recent death being a 3-month-old child that was crushed by a tree. Which it's very
Even Brandon's laughing.
it's very dark and somber and should never ever be laughed at. But you know,
It's the funniest shit.
oh my
ever.
god, I fell out of my desk laughing. Not because that someone died, not because the 3-month-old child died. Okay, I'm not an awful person. It's because in my head, I'm just imagining a woman walking down the street with like a baby carriage. She stops for a second to check her phone, and a tree just flies out of nowhere and flattens the carriage. Which killed me at the time, and for like months afterwards, just thinking about it made me laugh. So that was neat.
Oh, Brandon had a topic he was trying
Brandon
to...
had topic he was very awfully trying
you
to
can start us
sign
off with
out.
it.
Hold on, chip break.
I actually don't know much about the topic. That's why I was signaling.
Yeah, I can go off about it, but like...
Oh.
Vine 2.
Going off, just going off.
Yeah, anyways, Brandon was going to talk about what?
Vine 2.
Vine
There's
2.
another one.
Yes, I heard about this on the Tiny Meat Gang podcast. The Vine 2 coming shortly, because
Don't want Vine 2.
the guy who like made Vine,
I want it, but like.
he posted a bunch of stuff on Twitter, like updates, but how it's coming out soon, and we're gonna try to get some comedy on there. You know?
Would we care to educate the people on why Vine 1 shut down, but how it's
yes.
going to be different to Vine 2?
No way.
Yes.
Just like this podcast.
So wait, but before I do that, I'm listening to the radio the other day on my way to school, and this one guy on the radio. He's like, heard about this Vine 2 coming out soon. I'm not excited for it because they're just gonna shut down like the other one did because no one used it. Which I
No,
yelled.
we're exposing him.
Yes.
Andy Andy on. Go right now immediately. Pause the
we're
podcast.
we're not giving out our location.
No,
Do not
on the
veer credit to
podcast,
Yeah.
no one.
go because you can listen to it from anywhere. We
Yeah.
choose to listen to it from where we live just
Yes.
for fun
Yes.
because it's so fun to laugh at his stupidity.
Yes.
Power99.com. Okay, power99fm.com.
Yes.
You can stream it from anywhere in the world. It is the
You can.
single stupidest show ever. He had the audacity to claim that Vine 2 was going to shut down because just like Vine 1, no one would use it.
And then I legit got out of my seat, which I was driving, which was weird. So I jumped out of my seat and I'm yelling, "That's not why it shut down, you dumb fuck!" Because they weren't making any money; they were actually losing money because Vine didn't use ads, which like they're a non-profit organization, kind of basically, and they didn't make any money. They were actually losing money by just keeping it on, so they just shut it down. So this time, Vine 2 was actually going to have ads. So yeah.
Yeah, and because Vine 2 is also, the original Vine was extremely revered for and still being one of the greatest social platforms ever made.
Yeah, it's something.
Who are some Viners you want to come back to Vine 2?
Cody Co.
Thomas
Cody
Sanders.
Thomas Sanders.
I think we can all agree that Thomas Sanders is the best Viner.
Was
At me.
Live with
YouTube
Koshi a
videos are
Viner?
good.
Or
I
Zach
mean,
King.
like, yes.
Does anybody remember Zach
Yes,
King?
I loved his
I-
videos.
I-
I still watch them.
I hated them because they just like he's trying to trick kids to make them look believable, but I just know how fake they are.
Zach King, he was a Viner. I almost called him a Vine artist. He was a Viner. And
He's on
he
Ellen.
would do he would do magic tricks where basically he would like there would be a video of someone with a certain item of clothing on, or a picture with a certain item of clothing, and he would pull it out of the picture and just put it on or something, or he would like tap his chest and it would with the item and it would suddenly be on him without him actually having to put it on. And what I found out much later, which I don't think I've told any of you yet, is he's recorded like 30 different Mexican Pepsi commercials.
Really?
Yeah, he has done, like, all in Spanish. He's done like 30 of them. Like, go and look it up on YouTube right now. It's okay to pause the podcast and come back. But just go on YouTube and look up Thomas Sanders Mexican Pepsi commercials.
We keep telling them to leave and then come back.
Yeah.
They're like, go, but come back.
Come back, please.
Please
Come back. Please, for the love of God, come back.
Speaking of leaving, jeez, you peaked hard there. Speaking of leaving,
someone else.
we're at Speaking of leaving, we're at 42 minutes, and I don't know. That's usually last time we ended at 43 minutes.
Can I talk about one more thing?
Yeah, go for it.
About floods. My very first house I lived in, I remember living in. I love this house. Like, there was a little sandbox outside of it, like a really small one. I loved it.
Hold on.
Chip break.
Chip break.
I didn't get a chip yet.
You want to get a chip?
Well, I can't reach it.
That's how we're gonna end it. Everyone's gonna snag a chip.
Yes, we're gonna do one giant.
Just
Yeah.
wait.
Not
Yeah.
yet. Not yet.
Break.
That's gonna tell a
Well,
story.
the house's roof.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened, but my mom years later told us that the reason why I moved out a year later after living in it was because the roof collapsed in on itself and nearly killed my younger brother.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it like went right beside him, and
Just a
it's
casual
because
thing to end the
apparently
podcast off
the
with.
rain was filling up the attic, and nobody knew about it until it started like breaking the woods, and then the wood just collapsed in. I haven't talked about that much.
Nice.
Ooh.
What? New topic?
No.
I used to do.
Oh, actually, I do have a topic. Is anyone else excited about about the new Star Wars Fallen Order game coming out?
I've seen like 3 Star Wars movies.
I've seen one. and I kinda
Yeah,
stopped
Tristan.
watching.
Everyone else here is an absolute normie and doesn't like Star Wars.
I like Star Trek. I love Star Trek. Like, I watched all the episodes. I watched the movie.
I'm not a big fan of sci-fi movies.
Sci-fi.
Cause he's a normie.
Nerd. Tristan, you nerd.
Okay, are we gonna do our compulsory chip break?
Well,
I think that's how we end it.
that's how we end it.
Can you pass me a chip?
Everyone get a chip. Get a chip.
Why?
Are
Chip
we
break.
gonna end it already?
Hand me a chip.
I think this is the chip break, and then we
That's
just
mine.
do the outro.
Okay.
Hold on, I really quickly.
Chip.
Take
Oh, I thought that was yours.
Okay, so I really quickly, before we do our final chip break,
They might be
like
able
to talk
track
about
us,
my
so-
picture, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Anime Cuphead, man. There's nothing like it. I'm sure if you've actually listened this far, then you've already been looking at it for like way too long. But Anime Cuphead, man, it's the greatest.
I don't know if we should have all these chips. They might be able to track us.
When we do the chip
my
break,
God.
and we like kind of go close to the mic, don't go too close because our heads might just
Turn
Yeah,
the
yeah.
volume up. Just get ready. Turn the volume up. Okay, turn the volume up. 2, 1. Chip break.
Chip break.
Well,
You sound way too excited.
whatever
man.
platform you're listening to this on, thank you for listening, watching.
subscribe,
Thank you
like,
for listening.
whatever.
If
If you got this far, then
podcast.
congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you've
congrats, big
been willing to
congrats.
put up with this much, thank you for coming.
Like, I'm
thank
shocked.
you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming
Yeah.
on.
Please come back.
I
was
was
amazing.
gonna say I definitely care to come back on later
Oh, yeah.
if I can ever find the time.
Oh yeah, we
Great.
love you
Yeah.
back. We plan on doing more episodes this summer because we all got. It's
I
summer.
would also like to put it out there
Yeah,
that when we were talking about this, I had planned to actually be in it like permanently.
Yeah.
I'm just
aren't you?
another of the main hosts, but I just show up less often.
Yes, he's like Zuckles and Jay in Misfits.
Oh, he went back to his house because his brother had his birthday.
Yeah,
so that's why.
No, that was Swagger.
That was fine.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
But like you know how Zuckles
Anyways,
and Zuckles
final
and Jay
thank
never have a
yous.
podcast. Anyways, yeah. Well, I'll let you guys say your final thank yous. Guest, you can go first if you want.
Yeah, I would like to thank the other hosts, the more permanent hosts, for taking the time to record this while I actually can be in it. I would like to thank everyone at the Critical Role cast.
For listening.
If you ever, for any sort of reason, hear this, then I love you all very dearly. And now I'm just talking to myself because they'll never ever hear this.
Once
And
you get
thank
on
you,
the
Trystan,
podcast.
for putting up with this.
Oh, anytime, man. I have to edit this, so
Yes, that'll be fun.
He
Also,
legitimately
shout
put
out
up
to
all
my
of this.
lovely picture again.
yeah. I put up my computer, mattress, dirty plates, and cup with
Yeah,
microphone.
you legitimately
But you
put
put
up
it down.
Oh my god.
Seth, what do you got?
Okay,
Seth,
final
Brandon, you guys
thanks.
want to say anything?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Say anything?
I'd like to thank the guests for coming,
Oh yeah.
and I'd like to thank
You're
whoever
not
likes the
welcome, I
video,
hate being
because if you
here.
don't like the video, then what's the point of even watching it?
Hey, Kate, don't. You can't make expectations. Like the video if you actually like the video.
If you like the video.
Subscribe, please.
Well,
Just do that.
unlike Bryson, who doesn't even have an account.
It's
Oh,
kind
I'm so sorry.
Let's talk about it.
I'm so sorry. A certain
Let's talk
person
about
that everyone regarding this knows
Yes.
won't let me.
Then you get a secret one that says definitely not. Oh, I know. I'll cut it. I'll cut
I was
it.
gonna say you have to cut that out now.
Hey, cut it out.
said-
man.
Silence.
my last name,
That's silence.
so we're cutting that out.
Hey, man, cut it out.
When Tristan said that's silence.
Yeah, man, that was a really weird sudden burst of silence there for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some silence right there.
The
Definitely
sound of silence.
Anyways, Brandon, you want to say anything?
Gingers have souls.
Okay, well,
We love you all very dearly. Thank you for listening.
thank you, guest number
You
one,
didn't say no
Bryson.
homo.
Thank you.
Oh.
Actually, semi-permanent host.
Yes. Yeah. I think we'll end it off there.
Thank you all.
Yeah,
thank you.
Like if you liked it. Subscribe if you care to.
Click
Ring
that
that bell if
notification
you
bell,
if you really don't have a life. And thanks for coming.
Thank you for watching. Hey, just before we start this, just wanted to say that we are now on Apple Music and Spotify. So go check us out on there. And if you are listening to this on there, well, good for you. Yeah. Enjoy.